Chapter 1. Pairs. Verse 1. All actions in this life are preceded by mind. Mind is their chief. They are made by mind. If one speaks or acts with an impure mind, suffering follows one, like the wagon wheel that follows the foot of the ox.
Verse 2. All actions in this life are preceded by mind. Mind is their chief. They are made by mind. If one speaks or acts with a pure mind, happiness follows one like one's never departing shadow.
Verse 3. He abused me. He attacked me. He defeated me. And he robbed me. Those who harbor such thoughts will never end their hatred.
Verse 4. He abused me. He attacked me. He defeated me. And he robbed me. Those who do not harbor such thoughts will end their hatred.
Verse 5. Hatred never ends through hatred. By non-hatred alone does it end. This is an eternal law in this world.
Verse 6. The people who quarrel do not realize that one day, through these quarrels, they will die. But those who do realize this fact settle their quarrels.
Verse 7. Whoever lives focused on pleasant things, with their sense faculties unguarded, immoderate in eating, lazy and sluggish, will be overpowered by Mara, just as a storm throws down a weak tree.
Verse 8. Whoever lives focused on the unpleasant nature of things, with their sense faculties guarded, moderate in eating, faithful and diligent, will not be overpowered by Mara, just as a storm cannot shake a rocky mountain.
Verse 9. Whoever is defiled, devoid of self-control and truthfulness, and yet wears the monk's robe, is surely not worthy of the robe.
Verse 10. Whoever has removed defilements is well established in virtue, and is filled with self-control, and truthfulness is indeed worthy of the robe.
Verse 11. In this world there are unbeneficial things. Some people mistake these unbeneficial things to be beneficial. They also mistake the beneficial things, such as developing virtue, concentration, and wisdom, to be unbeneficial. They are enveloped in wrong thoughts. They never reach what is beneficial.
Verse 12. Based on right view, some people always think right thoughts. These wise people know the beneficial things, such as developing virtue, concentration, and wisdom, to be beneficial. They also know the unbeneficial things to be unbeneficial. This is why they reach the most beneficial, Nibbana.
Verse 13. Just as rain breaks through a poorly roofed house, lust penetrates the mind that has not been developed by calming and insight meditations.
Verse 14. Just as rain does not break through a well-roofed house, lust never penetrates the mind that has been well developed by calming and insight meditations.
Verse 15. The evildoer grieves in this life and in the next. He grieves in both worlds. He laments and is afflicted, seeing his own defiled actions.
Verse 16. The maker of merit rejoices in this life and in the next. He rejoices in both worlds. He rejoices and is delighted seeing his own pure actions.
Verse 17. The evildoer feels regret in this life and in the next. He feels regret in both worlds. He is regretful knowing, I have done evil. He is more regretful once he is reborn in the plane of misery.
Verse 18. The maker of merits is delighted in this life and in the next. He is delighted in both worlds. He is delighted in knowing, I have made merit. He is delighted even more once he is reborn in heaven.
Verse 19. Even though the negligent person preaches much Dhamma to others, he does not practice accordingly. He is like a cowherd who only counts the cows of others. He does not attain the stages of enlightenment as a monk.
Verse 20. Even if the person practicing Dhamma preaches little to others, he lives according to the Dhamma. With developed knowledge and a well-freed mind, he abandons passion, hatred, and illusion. Not clinging to anything in this world or the next, he attains the stages of enlightenment as a monk.